What's up, beautiful people, and welcome to another episode of The Breakfast Show with Marisha LaShay. It is so good to be here before you guys on this beautiful Thursday morning. What's up? Today is April 24th. This show will be in effect for the next 6 days, y'all. This show only appears in the months that have 30 days, and it was set up like this. Those months are April, June, September, and November. So, y'all, this podcast has been in effect since 2020. That's a little bit over 4 years. We're almost making our way to the Big Five, which we'll be celebrating in November. So, stay tuned for the events that are to come. First and foremost, giving honor to God, who's the head of our life. Second, giving a big shout out to all of our supporters who have supported the Breakfast Show, Marisha LaShay, ever since the beginning of time. This is not possible without the support of God and you all. Second thing is being able to be heard in multiple countries. And we are currently being heard in 26 countries. I'm truly grateful for the opportunity to be able to utilize this platform for positivity and being able to spread my message and let my voice be heard in other places. So I'm definitely very, very proud of the work that we've been doing to get to this point. And the third thing is just being able to expand our listening base from one all the way to at least over 1,600 listeners across all platforms from Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora, all kind of platforms. So I'm truly, truly thankful for the opportunity to just have this platform and just the opportunity to speak to those who are listening today and who always just kind of tune in, whether it's on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, wherever, just doing like a Google search and searching me out. That's how most of my listeners have found me because again, just by word of mouth, just by, making my post and whatnot. So I'm truly, truly thankful for you all. Love y'all. Let's continue to keep rolling. So we always like to do the mental check-in, which is rated on a scale from 1 to 10, one being the worst day of your life and 10 being the best day of your life. Where do you fall on the scale? Can I be below a 1? Can I be above a 10? Absolutely. Nobody's able to tell you how to feel and why you feel the way that you do at the start of your morning. So, you all, with that being said, today I am feeling like a strong 7.5. When I rose this morning, I was a drag, okay? But I knew I had to get things done. I finished up making my nephew's Easter basket this morning, just kind of putting the pieces together. Made sure I had all my things packed to go to down to the car. Loaded the car up. Like I had a pretty steady and flowing morning, right? So I'm just like, okay, no worries. It's going to be a great day, which it will be definitely a great day, is what I'm proclaiming. My kids are going to be doing a little testing. Like they got a quiz today. So that's just going to be something to see how they do on that and kind of talk to some data points and things like that. So, y'all, moving into today's question of today, definitely feel free to drop those check-ins in on whatever platform that you are currently utilizing, whether it's YouTube, Facebook, and so forth. Be sure to drop those numbers because I want to know how you're feeling. And if you don't want to share that, it's totally fine as well. Moving forward. So today's question of the day is, what is stress? What is stress? I have probably done content on stress and things like that. But I just kind of want to roll it back because, again, stress, we're in a season. There are different things that may stress us and trigger us. So, with that being said, I want to start off with a couple statistics. Women are more likely to report stress than men, with 75% of women reporting at least one symptom of stress compared to the 60% of men, according to the APA. Teenagers between the ages of 12 through 17 years old report significant stress, with school and friendships being the top sources. Last but not least, children under 12 are not immune to stress, and family and home life can greatly impact their well being. So, what I would first like to do, of course, is to start off with statistic, but I also want to talk about when we think about stress. What is it? Okay. Stress is the body's natural response to any demand or challenge that disrupts its normal balance. It could come both from positive and negative experiences, anything that requires adjustment or response. When you feel threatened, your nervous system responds by releasing a flood of stress hormones known as adrenaline or cortisol, which prepare the body for emergency action, often referred to as fight or flight response. Okay. Stress can be acute, which is short term, a deadline or argument. It could also be chronic and it could be long term. And some examples include financial issues, long term illness, or a toxic work environment. Who is often affected by stress? Everyone. Okay. Certain groups are more frequently due to the life circumstances or systematic factors, such as adults being able and having to balance work, finances, family, and health. Teenagers and students due to the academic pressure, peer influence, and identity development. Okay. Say that caregivers, individuals taking care of others, such as elderly parents or children that with special needs. Okay. Healthcare workers and first responders. Due to the high emotional and physical demands, people in financial hardship, ongoing stress, economic uncertainty, or poverty. Minority groups due to the systematic discrimination or social inequity. All right. So let's talk about statistics on stress that are US focused but globally reflective trends. According to the American Psychological Association, which is the APA, Stress in America survey, 75% of adults reported experiencing at least one symptom of stress in the past month, whether it's headache, fatigue, or feeling overwhelmed. 64% of adults cited money as a significant source of stress. 61% reported work as a source of stress. Now, over 50% of Generation Z adults between the ages of 18 and 26 say stress has impacted their mental health. Okay. Chronic stress is linked to increased risk of heart disease, obesity, diabetes, depression, and anxiety. Now, let's look at this from a global view. The World Health Organization named stress as the health epidemic of the 21st century. In 2022, Gallup polled 44% of global respondents said that they experienced a lot of stress the previous day. Yeah. I mean, when you think about stress, you just like, what are we at stress from? So here are a few examples of why women may stress. Higher stress levels. Studies consistently show that women report experiencing more stress than men. According to the American Psychological Association, women are more likely to report physical symptoms of stress, headaches, fatigue, or tension. Work-life balance. Many women juggle professional and personal responsibilities, including caregiving roles such as the children or elderly parents, which contribute to higher stress levels. Emotional and social stressors. Women often face social pressures related to appearances, relationships, and career expectations, which can contribute to stress. Now, let's talk about our men. External pressure. Men often report related to financial security, work performance, and pressure to be a provider. Often they tend to be underreport the emotional impact of stress compared to women. Let's also talk about the coping mechanisms in men. Men might be more likely to cope with stress in unhealthy ways, such as through substance use or avoidance behaviors. All right. Now we want to go ahead and break it down when we talk about children. The rising levels in adolescence, children, especially teenagers, are increasing reporting high stress due to academic pressures, social media, and peer relationships. According to the APA, stress in children has risen over the years, with a significant spike in those between the ages of 12 to 17. The impact of family stress. Children can be heavily impacted by the stress their parents or caregivers, a chaotic home environment, or financial struggles can increase stress levels in kids. So I'm saying all this to say that, hey, you are not the only one being stressed out or that have been stressed. You are not going to be the last one. Pick yourself up and let's get some help dealing with stress. Children are stressed. Women are stressed. Men are stressed. All of us are all stressed, but it not only impacts your mental, but it also impacts your health. So you got to say something today. You got to do something in regards to stress. What are you going to do to alleviate the stress? What are you going to do to get yourself to a point in your life that you know how to deal and navigate through stressful situations, navigating through stress? This is not the time to fall apart. This is the time to rise up and acknowledge that there is something going on at this moment and during this time. So, y'all, with that being said, that is all that I have to say in regards to stress. I hope that you all learned something and that you guys are learning and taking this video in to know how to deal with your own personal stress. So, y'all, that is all for me. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of The Breakfast Show with Marisha LaShay. I'm here to support you. I love y'all. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Same time, same place. Peace.